Okay. Hello. Yes, welcome back to Evil Popcorn. This is a conversation. It is I, Mr. Popcorn, and we are back on the horror iceberg. So, of course, I have Dorian with me. Dorian, how are you tonight?
Yes, I'm good.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for joining us once again. We're still in Gateway Horror tier, and we're doing Annabelle from 2014. What we'll do first is we're going to do general impressions just to start, and then say this is spoiler land. So if you want to go away, come back, etc. We've been through it before. Um, yeah. So we've explained the iceberg. We've explained the gateway tier enough, so we can basically go straight into the film. I think first of all, general impressions though, just so for those who want to, come back later.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorian, yeah, overall, without spoiling, what did you
Um,
what do you reckon of Annabelle? What's your history with
yeah.
Annabelle
Um,
as well?
um,
2014.
yeah. I watched the movie when it first came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, so the end of this is essentially like a spin-off from The Conjuring. The Conjuring came out the year before
Yes.
that.
This is the
And
second movie of the
I
universe, as
really,
they
yeah,
coin things. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I really enjoyed The Conjuring when it came out.
Mm.
I
Hmm.
haven't seen it since then, so I'm
Oh,
interested
okay.
when we get to that one. I'm interested to see how I feel about it then.
Hmm.
But they teased at the end, as from what I remember, them teasing that, oh, we're gonna do cover Annabelle. Because I'm like, well, I know the general story about Annabelle. So I was really excited for it. And then the movie Annabelle came out and I was severely underwhelmed. Um,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
watching it this
interesting.
time around,
Cool. Cool.
watching it
Good.
this time around, I think because um, by this point, there's been enough movies within this little cinematic universe that you
Hmm.
kind of, okay, I know what kind of movies these are. And so
Hmm.
this time around, I had like more appropriate expectations of it, but also, so like I wasn't quite as underwhelmed, but I also wasn't particularly like emotionally engaged in the movie, unfortunately. I
Yeah.
do remember that the sequel,
Okay.
which is a Annabelle Creation that came
It's
out in
creation,
20,
yes.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
in 2017. That one is a lot better than
Hmm.
the first one.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I haven't watched that one in a while either. But I remember being really surprised by how good Annabelle Creation was in comparison. So
Okay, fair, fair. All right, fair enough. Um, I miss this film. I've seen a lot
mm,
of the Conjuring universe films, most of them, but for whatever reason, I missed this one. And sorry, computer message crap. Um, and I've heard it was bad. Yes, most people were
mm,
disappointed.
yeah,
I
yeah,
have seen Annabelle Creation. I saw The Conjuring.
mm,
Yes, I'm a big fan of The
yeah,
Conjuring. Certainly when it come out, I'm also interested to see how it would
mm,
stand up because it's been a minute since I've
yeah,
seen it.
yeah,
I also really like The Conjuring 2, both of those being the James Wan
mm,
films.
yeah.
Um, how much do you remember how much of Annabelle is in The Conjuring?
I think it's just when it's like at the end, because obviously it's all everything within the Conjuring universe is in some way tied to Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so, yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's, they're like, hey, look, here's the Annabelle doll, locked away. And then
Hmm.
from there, it's like, oh, we're gonna do a movie about her. Um,
Okay, okay. So it's not a prominent
as
player or
yeah, I
symbol
think
throughout the
from what I
film.
remember,
Yeah, okay. So it's not that, it's just a
yeah,
hint at another movie at
yeah,
the end. Yes, okay, I get you. So it is effectively a James Wan creation, but this is the movie that really, introduced, yes,
mm,
Annabelle. Because Annabelle is its own kind of mini franchise, if you will, within
yeah,
this
yeah,
universe. Yes, yeah. So the actual creator then, the one who popularized it anyway, is John R. Leonetti. And this is not a Blumhouse film, so if I'm because I don't remember these things in detail. It's
Yeah.
been a while, certainly for the history of these films. So it wasn't this franchise, this universe wasn't a part of Blumhouse yet,
Mm,
yeah, because it was New Line Cinema and someone else, yeah,
yeah.
one of the big ones, yeah, Paramount, I
Mm,
think. Yeah, yeah. So to get to my actual opinion, I really liked it. I didn't,
yeah.
it's not, I understand that it's not perfect, it's not great, but I
Yeah. Yeah.
expected this to be absolute shithouse from what I've heard. The acting, the chemistry
Mm,
of husband and wife
yeah.
is not great, certainly at the start. At the start, I was cringing because of those two, yeah, the
Yeah.
interaction of
Yeah.
those two.
Mm,
But I got used to them. I became accustomed to them. And she was pretty good at carrying out the supernatural scare stuff, the
yeah.
wife.
Mm,
But I thought Annabelle was great. I thought Annabelle looked great. Annabelle was really tall in this one. I don't know,
mm,
comparatively speaking, I don't really remember, but it just stood out to me. I thought the jump scares were blatant but effective. And yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. But I actually got into the vibe of it at the end and enjoyed it way more than I
yeah.
expected it to.
I am. Yeah.
I am a marker stan, however you want to say it, for the spooky dolls. Definitely, that's
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
in terms of horror. I
Mm.
can be easily convinced. Uh, and Annabelle does do it for me,
Yeah.
definitely. But yeah, yeah. So that's going to be my general impressions. Yeah. So
Mm,
if you want to go away and come back and watch it, because it is Belial, yes. If because when they were in that book at the very
yeah.
end, I'm not sure if it was The Devil's Welcome, the one she saw in the bookstore, but one of the books she was looking at, I think, when she was talking to the bookkeeper,
Mm,
the storekeeper, did she said demons, yes, or was it with the psychologist, whatever. But then that reference that she was looking to, where she her finger was underneath the word demons, it said Belial. So I'm assuming the demon that uses Annabelle as a conduit is
mm,
Belial. Yeah. What did you think of
yeah.
Belial? Because well, yeah,
Um.
what do you think of Annabelle and Belial? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I've always figured that why did they make Annabelle look the way that she does in these movies?
Okay. Well, what's
Because
your feelings about this?
the actual
Uh-huh.
doll is a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah, sure.
And I
Yeah,
consider that to
absolutely.
be far creepier if you
Oh,
have a
okay.
doll that looks like that and that innocent and
Uh-huh.
it you know being the host of this like demon or whatever, that is far creepier because of that contrast compared to the way that the doll looks in these movies where
Hmm.
you look at it and you're like, yep, that's a stereotypical fucked up haunted doll. So I'm not entirely
Hmm.
sure why they
Hmm.
changed the look. Maybe there's like maybe legal reasons or something, I don't know, but
Okay, you see,
like
so
that's one of the issues that I have with Annabelle.
is this Annabelle like the Raggedy Ann doll, like
Yeah,
outside of
yeah,
the
the
movies
actual,
is
yeah.
yeah? Ah, I did not
Yeah,
know
so
that. I did not know
yeah,
that. Took
so
that from a
obviously,
real
yeah, Ed
source.
and Lorraine
Okay.
Warren, yeah. Um yeah,
Hmm.
that's an actual thing, Annabelle the doll, and
Okay,
all this
from their
stuff with that.
basement.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there is an
yeah,
Annabelle doll. Oh, I did not
yes,
realize that. I
yeah,
thought this wasn't, I assumed it was fictitious. Well, that's spooky. I like that. Yeah.
yeah,
And it's a Raggedy Ann doll. Yeah, okay. I
yeah,
see your point. And they are
mm,
spooky. They are spooky.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Huh. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. What was the other one? What was the other one? Annabelle and uh
Oh, the actual demon.
yeah, Belial, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I think that if they showed him more than they did, then it would have been way too much.
Mm,
Like,
agreed.
because
100%.
like, okay, yeah, sure, they've shown this actual demon. Okay, fair enough. But it didn't show him too frequently. So it was
No,
just enough
I like that.
to,
Always like
so
that
then
approach.
it's like, oh, here he is in this jump scare and blah blah blah. And then it's like, okay. Because if they showed him too much, then it wouldn't be as spooky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. It's Alien versus
Mm,
Aliens. Yeah, I
yeah.
always use it as an
Yes.
example
Yeah.
for for this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
for this
Alien on the mind
technique.
right now.
Oh, I do. I do a little bit, a little bit. We can, yeah, mention that after.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. No, I did like that as well. I like how that's done. And the
Mm,
early one Overse, Blumhouse films
mm.
slash Blumhouse films definitely used a less is more obscure in the
Yeah.
shadows, approach. Absolutely.
Mm, yeah.
Insidious uses the face coming out of the black, yeah, because the bright light
Yeah.
creates that, and then comes
Mm,
through.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And this is still this is indicative of that with Belial. The most effective scene using this technique, in my opinion, was when she goes into the room and there's Annabelle near the end. There's all chaos, and
Mm,
then Annabelle looks to be levitating up in the air, and then you see Belial's
yeah.
face come through out of the black. Yeah, thought that was very cool. Yeah, there's
Mm,
little moments like that,
yeah.
and yeah, the jump scares were blatant in this film, but the lingering shots on the
Mm,
supernatural fucked up shit, I thought was really
yeah.
good. I actually thought they pulled off some of those really well. Um, Shots like that with the levitation, because they
Mm,
sat on that for quite a while, and I did like the jump scare. I know I get why a lot of people probably hated this sort of thing in this film, but
mm.
at the start where there's the little demon ghost child that's wearing a dress similar to Annabelle Bell, and the door's
Yeah.
wide open and she
Yeah.
doesn't see it
I
first, but
I
we
really I
see.
really
Yeah.
like that
Mm.
bit. That bit's really good.
Because she gets older into a grown woman
Mm.
when she
Yeah,
gets through to
as
the
she's
door.
running.
Yeah,
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 because
yeah, yeah,
there's like the two rooms and like a hall between the two doorways. And
yeah.
then as she runs, through one doorway into like, to come towards the camera, she goes from being a little girl to being an adult, like while she's running. And the door slams and yeah, that
Mm,
bit's really good. I like that bit.
mm. And then the wife, I should find out, I'll get their name rather than just the wife. Uh, Mia Annabelle Wallace. Yes, Mia.
Mm.
And then when the adult apparition
Mm.
disappears, the force of it still throws Mia back, and while she's still
Yeah.
reacting, so there's three
Mm.
parts to it.
Yeah.
There was some creative, effective shit like that.
Mm.
I thought they played around with that, but then there was some real blatant shit like look under the door,
Yeah.
and then there's Annabelle's face,
Yeah.
ding,
Yeah.
the next beat, yeah, yeah. So and real blatant shit like that. But
Mm.
hey, um, what else? What else? What else? The Conjuring, Annabelle. Are you a fan of these films? Have you seen a lot of these
Um,
films? How do you feel about all this
yeah,
stuff? James Wan et al.
yeah. Overall, I'm not super into the Conjuring cinematic universe. I liked The Conjuring from what I remember, and I did like
CCU.
the sequel as well,
Yeah, so
Conjuring
did
2.
I. So did I quite a bit.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen the third Conjuring.
Oh,
Um, yeah.
don't.
I'll get around to it,
I joke. I
maybe.
joke.
But and then I haven't seen The Nun 2 because the first Nun was so boring.
I hate The
Um,
Nun. I
yeah.
hate that
Like
movie.
these movies and like them being very like supernatural and you very jump scare focused and all that. The kinds of
Mhm.
movies that they are really aren't for me. Um,
They're not my preference
though
either.
that
No.
that said, I enjoy the Insidious movies. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like I think it might be
Um,
because the Insidious
yeah.
movies have kind of like their own specific lore that the
Hmm.
Conjuring ones don't quite have. And
Hmm.
so I think it might be more that. And then also they have Lin Shay in them. So
Yes. Yes.
so
Shout out Lin
I think it's
Shay.
that.
Love her. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But yeah, like I've seen all of the Insidious movies, but I haven't seen all of the
Oh, like
Conjuring verse
all of them.
ones.
Like even the
All of
most
them. Yep.
recent one. Okay. No,
Yep.
no, no. I've got catching up. Um, okay. Yes. All right. Children of the popcorn out there. Just to paint a full picture of what we're talking about here. The Conjuring cinematic universe. I liked that. The first one came out in 2013, and this was by James Wan. So you can give him credit for kind of really giving birth to the whole
Yeah.
thing. And that was The Conjuring. Then there was Annabelle, what we're talking about tonight. The screenwriter for that, I'll shout them out as well, Gary Dauberman. Then we have The Conjuring 2, that was James Wan again. This is in 2016. Annabelle Creation, 2017. I saw that in the middle of buttfuck nowhere somewhere in Australia when I was on tour doing a scream act,
Yeah.
scare actor thing.
Mm.
And yeah, no, it's definitely, it's really cool in the cinema because like it's a really loud and violent
Yeah.
and destructive film. Yeah, a lot of shit gets smashed up in the middle of the country. I appreciated that about it. Yeah. But it's still not a perfect film though.
Yeah.
Either. Yeah. The Nun, hated it. So bad. So bad.
Yeah.
One of the worst of this whole era, this whole school.
Yeah.
Annabelle Comes Home. Have you seen that one? I've
Yeah.
heard that one's
Yes, I
okay.
have.
Yeah.
So that one basically you got Ed and Lorraine Warren, and they've got a daughter, and they are out of the house, and they've got the babysitter's there, and in their house is where they have all of these like supernatural, like cursed objects and stuff like that, like including the Annabelle doll. And oh no, don't go in there, this place is off limits, don't touch anything, blah blah blah. And then the babysitter and her shitty friends come over, and they accidentally end up unleashing all these stuff,
Teenagers.
and there's all kinds of crazy stuff happening, and that's the premise of the movie. But I wasn't very into it. But by that point, I knew that I wasn't going to be all that into it anyway.
Okay.
Because I mean, for the people who are into like the kinds of movies that they are, like, awesome, great for you, but it just doesn't really do it for me. So
Gateway horror.
Yes, definitely.
We Sprog. Yeah.
I think it definitely is a
Sounds
gateway
like it
horror.
would be.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Because it's got that teenage group fun factor
Yeah.
going on with the dark stuff. Yeah. Which we were marks for in the 90s. Absolutely. All the goddamn high school horror films. Yeah. 80s and 90s. It's ridiculous. Where was I? Annabelle Comes Home. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, which you have not seen, Dorian. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, sure. Complete, the thing. You've got the right expectations going in, I think.
Yeah.
The Witch is cool, is all I'll say. Yeah. The Witch is done really well. Yeah. But the places the Warrens go, yeah. And The Nun 2, which I will not watch.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I've got to justify this a little bit. I just can't, curse shit on this film blindly. I won't mention any names involved in the production, all due respect, but the amount of stupid jump scares, constant jump scares, all involving 1,001 nuns. Yeah. And then you expect it coming, you're dead to it arriving. And the point of who's the, where's the baddie? Where's the big bad? It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. Because it's all been obliterated by being, just being shown it, 1,000 times in 1,000 ways. So yeah.
Like I liked Valak in The Conjuring 2. And the way that they, that character in that movie was really
that's
good.
Why I went into The Nun excited because of Valak.
Then doing a full movie about it just didn't work.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
Like maybe if it was a different story that it was, then it would have, but the story that is that movie is just not, it's nothing.
So so this is gateway popcorn horror to be kind. Because these are not shit films. But a lot of these films in this cinematic universe, you'd agree, are kind of it's not problematic. They're just a little underdeveloped, you know what I mean? Just a little, a little rushed. But gateway popcorn horror, I would I'd throw this movie, or would you throw this movie in there? For kids, it might get a bit dull because the acting's not the
Yeah.
acting, the chemistry, the
Mm.
couple stuff is. I would have rated this movie higher if that acting had been better. Yeah, if
Yeah.
that setup, if that, yeah, that,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Is this gateway horror?
Yeah,
Dora?
absolutely. Because like
Okay.
there's no gore in it, and it's very
Yeah.
much just kind of like a slow build and jump scares, and that's about it. And so if you're just first getting into watching it, or it's like a group of teenagers at a sleepover, and some of them want to watch a horror movie, but then not everyone's on board,
Mhm.
because it's fairly tame, all things considered. Like
All
that's a
things
good one to
considered,
sort of,
yes. Yeah.
yeah, to sort
Yeah.
of watch a movie, a horror movie that, is spooky and scary, but isn't going to like traumatize people, hopefully.
Mm.
Unless you already have a fear of dolls.
Yeah. 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 There is the doll thing. There is the doll thing,
Mm.
definitely. Um, but that can become fun, like Chucky. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why
exactly.
Chucky still exists to this day,
Yes.
is still going to this day.
Iconic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what Dorian said, basically, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I just, yeah, they may get a little bored yeah, that's the only risk there.
Mm.
Um, yeah, question though, before I forget. This 60s, 70s, and there, no, yeah. In the background, they are using the Manson family, and because
Mm.
there's a lot of cult, or there's a lot of blaming
Yeah.
this, paranormal activity on cults.
Mm.
And at the start,
Yeah.
in the background, they're talking about the Manson family, yeah, on the TV or whatever. Do you think they capture that time and the look and the feel and that paranoia they're trying to create, which society, I'm assuming LA was feeling
Yeah.
around that time?
Um,
Or was it a try hard Rosemary's
yeah.
Baby
Yeah,
kind of
it
vibe?
definitely like it. I did get Rosemary's Baby
So did
vibes a
I.
couple of times,
Yeah, so did I.
especially like after they have to move out from their house and they move into the apartment building. Like
Hmm.
during that moment, I'm like, I'm feeling Rosemary's Baby right now.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Next door
but
neighbors seeing shit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I think that, yeah,
Hmm.
like I think the reason why it's in that time period is because of the timeline for the actual Annabelle doll, and the
Okay.
origins of it and all that. And
Okay.
so they kind of try to set it like
Warrens. Yeah.
within a similar time frame. And then yeah, like oh well, what are we gonna do to sort of explain away this? Oh, we'll do some cult stuff, and then
Manson
and
was
you're
big.
thinking the cults, you're thinking Manson,
Yes,
and
of course.
so
Yeah.
them having the Manson stuff just kind of, I think, was just to tell the audience this is what's going to happen. It's going to be this kind of stuff, just so you
Hmm.
know, so you're
Hmm.
not confused as to what's going on.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they
And there
could
was a
have, they could
couple
have,
of, sorry, after
they
you.
could have delved further into that cult thing because, like, after
Yes, yes.
that, like, little like home invasion thing that happened, and
Mm.
then it's like this is why this doll is now possessed. Outside of that, the cult aspect has nothing to do with it.
No, no,
So
it doesn't actually. They just use that to throw words like occult
yeah,
in there
yeah,
and satanic. And they did make me laugh. Are they
yeah.
satanic? Yeah, yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. Absolutely. They should have gone deeper into that because I actually really
Mm.
enjoyed the home invasion. I actually thought
Yeah.
that was done quite well. And I was like, oh,
Mm.
that's a bit more kind of full on and brutal than I thought this was going
Yeah.
to be. But no, that wasn't, yeah, developed. It became a poltergeist movie
Yeah.
then effectively after that. Yeah. Again, though, I did enjoy this film, though.
Yeah.
For what these films are, yes, I actually really quite enjoyed this.
Mm.
Um, what else? What else? Wan. Yeah. Are you a fan of Mr. James
Um,
Wan?
like I really liked the movie Malignant, which by the way, the
No.
main actress in that
Hmm.
is Mia, the main actress in
Oh,
Annabelle. It's the
oh,
same
okay.
same
Thank you.
actress. Um,
Fantastic.
Yeah, but I really liked Malignant because I knew going into it that this is James Wan having all the money to make whatever the fuck he wants, and he wants to make something inspired by Giallo and has all the stupid, ridiculous, goofy cheesiness of it, and then
Oh
the
God, yeah,
third
it did.
act is absolutely insane. And it's
It's
like, what the
fucked.
fuck is happening right now? So like I went into it knowing that it was gonna be a little bit wacky. And
Mhm,
so I really, really enjoyed it. And then the second time watching it, knowing fully what was going to happen with that movie, I enjoyed it even more. But it's
mhm.
very much not for everyone,
No, it's
Malignant.
not. But yeah, but each their own, of
But
course. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, what about Saw? Because
Oh,
I follow
I
you on
love the Saw
Letterboxd now, and
movies.
I had a
Yes.
quick peek, of course,
Yes.
and
I
that's
love
up
the
there on
Saw
your four
movies.
favorites. Yeah, the
Yes, it
original.
is.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. No, I do like the original Saw. I think
Mm.
is a
Yeah.
masterpiece. You know those, you know that. Oh, what is that place where films and certain music and certain? It's a Library of Congress or something. I think it's called in
Yeah.
America. Yeah, this
Yeah.
should be in there. This is a
Oh, yeah.
movie that
Yeah.
should be because it's had such influence for over 20
Mm.
years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really has. This is as much validity and foundation as Texas Chainsaw Massacre now saw.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
made its bones.
Yeah.
It's made its bones,
Yeah.
definitely. So you know what I mean? Like James Wan is, not all of his stuff has been perfect, but he has put some
Yeah.
great films out into cinema, let
Mm.
alone horror. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dead Silence. I need to rewatch this again.
Oh, that one
Yeah,
was
because
that one
it's
was
been
fun.
ages, like
It's
20 years.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit goofy and a bit ridiculous, but like it's fun.
Is
And
that
like
Anthony
the
Hopkins?
character of Mary Shaw is such a great
No, no.
villain.
Okay.
Mary Shaw.
Okay, okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to put that on the
Mm,
list, definitely. Death Sentence, never heard of it.
yeah.
And then he did Insidious in
Mm.
2010. Okay, and then The Conjuring. So does the Insidious predate The Conjuring? Or
Yeah,
they just
yeah, it does.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, and he did which number one and number two. Yes. So that was when he first hit the scene and he was doing this like groundbreaking horror film, then followed up by a pretty damn
Mm.
good sequel. Yeah.
Yeah.
With The Conjuring Insidious, he definitely was someone to pay attention to. Then he goes and does Furious 7. I'm joking. Do what you want, get your money. But yeah, he went and did Furious
I
7.
haven't
He's
I
done a
haven't
Fast
watched
and
any
Furious
of
film.
the like Fast and Furious movies in
You've
that
never,
race.
okay. I have
I've
seen
never watched
bits
any
and
of them.
pieces in the background. And one night after partying, crashing at someone's house, they put on Part
Mm.
4 Tokyo Drift. So,
Oh yeah.
when in Rome. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not going to recommend it to you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to recommend it to you. Aquaman, so this guy's a part of
Uh,
the Marvel universe. They offered him big
no,
bags.
that's DC. Aquaman's
Ah,
DC.
okay. Yeah, cool.
It's all the
Malignant.
same shit. I don't watch them.
Aquaman in particular, that
Mm.
guy's been goofy since the 50s.
Yeah.
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Oh, buddy, that one was meant to be terrible. Anyway, Saw 2 he did, and he did Saw. What? No, he didn't. He didn't. No, that was this when he went into producing, focusing more on that than directing. And of course, he has this merger now with Blumhouse. Yeah, that's how the
Yeah.
connection to Blumhouse is. Of course, with Atomic Monster as James Wan,
Mm.
and and they've merged together. There's not an umbrella name. It's just they've merged, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so that's I think we've said enough about Annabelle. Is there anything
Yeah.
else more you want to say? I mean, it's
No.
pretty well known what the doll
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
nowadays. Yes, and what
Definitely.
all
Yeah.
these movies are. This is not
Yeah.
new ground we're covering at all with these movies. I think is another Conjuring movie coming. I think it is. Yeah, they really
I
need to
thought they
end
were
it.
done. I thought they were done with them.
Let me just have one
I don't
quick
know.
Google. Because yeah, trust me, even though The Witch is cool, I'll be interested to hear what you think, but
Yeah.
I with three was like, oh, we need to
Mm.
end this. We need to end this. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Power of Love was doing far too much work in that movie. That's all
Really.
I'll say. Yeah. It's like, oh, this is getting ridiculous. They're about to don capes. Yeah. At this fucking point. No, that's three. Sorry. Four. Does anything come up? Full teaser trailer, 24th of January. Is there going to be a Conjuring 4? Has been confirmed, but we don't have a confirmed release
Ah,
date as of March 2024. I'm not going to click that trailer
okay.
teaser thing. That'll be
Mm.
fan fake bullshit. But
Yeah.
yeah, so there you go. There's another one coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, these movies are fine. I'm glad they exist, but
Mm.
they're not they're not the ones I sink my teeth into or go
Yeah.
deep into or rewatch a lot or that sort of thing. It's not,
Yeah.
to put it very simply, I prefer way more slow burn movies to these.
Mm.
These are the definition of jump scares
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
These
Those
movies,
kinds
yeah.
of jump scare movies, like usually jump scares don't do anything for me at all.
It's got to be
Um,
damn good. It's got to be
and
done
yeah,
damn
so
well.
then
Yeah.
when it does get me, I really, really appreciate it. So it isn't as though I'm like jump scares overall, they're always terrible. It's just that most of the time they're too well, like you can tell that it's gonna happen.
Telegraphed, yeah. A lot of telegraphing. Um,
Yeah.
we need to calm
And
down on the
so
super dramatic violins coming
it
up
means
into a
that, yeah, so
moment.
you
Yeah.
don't suspense.
Yeah. 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 Precisely. Yeah. Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely. Yeah.
So
But
yeah, so when a jump scare is effective and works on me, I really, really love it and really, really appreciate it.
yeah. Yeah. And which this movie did to me a couple of times, two or three times. I will give it that. I will give it that.
Mm.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
what's your rating, Dorian? Then I'll yeah, do mine. It's out of
Um,
five.
I rated it 2.5 out of 5. Two and a
Okay.
half out of 5.
Okay, so plenty of flop corn. There's
Mm.
still plenty of flop corn.
Yeah.
Not the worst bag of popcorn ever,
Yeah.
but yeah, still plenty of flop corn. I'm going to give it a three. I'm
Mm.
satisfied. I was
Yeah.
satisfied for an afternoon at home watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah. So that's James Wan's Annabelle. What are we doing next? I'll just bring it up.
Mm.
And then we can finish it up. We don't need to do a super long one or anything. Okay, just bringing up the image here. See if I can share this. Yeah, there we go. Just sharing now. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the other ones were Insidious and I'm blind. Conjuring.
Mm.
Uh, well, I went with Annabelle. I chose that one. So you choose. Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Your turn.
We'll do The Conjuring.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Insidious. Yeah, cool.
Mm.
Yep, sweet. I'm good with that. Yeah. Okay. So there you
Yeah.
go, children. We're going to do The Conjuring. So go away and watch it. And by the time we come with this, you would have already seen it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I'm kind of looking forward to going down deeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
To get away
Same.
from the movies we've already seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still a little, but still trepidatious, still a little bit,
Mm.
yeah, anxious about the fucked up shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
but were we away? Yeah, next. Okay, so yeah, we'll call it there.
Mm.
That's been Annabelle. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Evil Popcorn Pod and on YouTube at Evil Popcorn Podcast. Thank you to all those who have so far. Yeah, and yeah, we're going to come back next week and we are going to do Conjuring. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us again there, Dorian. Are you at the Maze
No
on Saturday?
worries. Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah. All right, cool. I will see you there and then, and children will see you next time.
Yes.
Um, Chucky beats Annabelle. Peace.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like I don't
Yeah,
care that
yeah.
she's possessed by a demon.
Mm,
It's Chucky.
it's
Like
fucking
by this
Chucky.
point, the amount of shit that he's done.
Yeah, totally, totally. It's coming back soon. Part
Yes,
two. We
yes.
get to see him old as
Mm,
fuck. Yeah,
yes. Oh,
yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, yeah. We'll mention it on here. Yeah, on the
Yeah.
iceberg. All right. Catch you later, children. Goodbye.
Bye.
Whoa, up, up, up.